Cumbria in about 2002 from the East Midlands. I moved here with my then husband, and we had a young child who was about 4 and a toddler. And we wanted to move up here because it was somewhere I think we'd both wanted to live, even though it was a long way from my family. So we moved here straight after the foot and mouth episode, which was quite strange because I've always lived in the countryside, so I'm kind of used to that as a background. And moving up here then, we were shocked by how quiet it was, and there was just nothing in the fields. We'd go for a walk and there'd be wildflowers everywhere, bird song, but empty fields, which was quite spooky. We moved to a fellside village up underneath Crossfell, and there's a tiny weeny school there that we sent our children to, and my son was, I think, 4.5 when he went, and I still remember walking him up the green that first day, because the school's a tiny little school and it hasn't got a fence around it. You just walk up the green and you're in the school, and I think there were 4 in his year group. Absolutely fantastic school, and he had a wonderful time there. He was there all the time at junior, and then his sister started 2 years later, but she used to take herself to school when he'd started. She used to, I think I was out at work one day, and apparently her father was supposed to be looking after her at home. She'd been to school in the morning for a little taster session for reception. And somehow, I don't know how, she enjoyed it so much that he went looking for her at the end of the day because he couldn't find her. And he actually went up to the school, and she was there, sitting in the classroom in a t-shirt and a pair of tights and wellies. That's the uniform round where we are. And apparently she'd wandered into the school, and when they said, "Does your daddy know you're here?" she said, "Yes." And she just sat down and carried on joining in the lesson. And he didn't notice for 2 hours she was there. That kind of says everything about that kind of school. So it was brilliant for them. One thing I really love about living here is the sense that it's I'm kind of like a drop in the ocean or the bat of an eyelash when it comes to time, because the fells have been here so long and so unchanging, and they're moving incredibly slowly, because they are moving, but the land moves really, really slowly in comparison to our lives. And I love the fact that I love the fact that we have these crazily busy lives, but that they're nothing for the fells and the landscape and the geography. One of the things I like to walk a lot, and go up various different fells and look out across the landscape. And near us there's Knock Pike, and you can go up. There's a highest tarmacked road in England very close to me, so I go up there sometimes and walk off the tarmacked road, and then you can look down across the Eden Valley, and I seem to be so far away from where I live, and there's this like pixel-sized dot, and I think that's my village, and look how tiny it is, and all that other stuff that crowds in your head all the time just goes, because you're it's nothing really. It's nothing in comparison to this space and this incredibly slow-moving landscape, and how little it changes year to year, decade to decade, millennia to millennia. It doesn't change, and that kind of grounds you, I think, having that emptiness around you and that sense of time, which we're part of but not part of.